So you want to start using your phone less, but you're just so used to pulling it out when you want to take a photo to capture a moment with you, your friends, or your family. Maybe it's the concert you're at, or at the beach, or in the mountains, whatever. The phone's camera is just there, so you use it, and it's actually pretty good. But before you know it, you've not just taken a photo, you're now sharing it on social media. And so you're thinking about filters, or whether the photo is right, or you need to delete it to take another one. And oh wait, what's that I've just seen on my Instagram feed where I was going to post this? And what's that Facebook notification? And hey, have you seen this on TikTok? What? If we took a step back, when Apple created the iPhone, Steve Jobs talked about bringing the phone, the camera, and the iPod together in one single device. But what if we separated them out again? Instead of relying on our phone to do everything and then sucking us in with attention-grabbing apps and features, what if we used a non-connected, simple point-and-shoot camera to take photos instead? Because that's exactly what Gen Z are doing. Let me run you through why they're doing it, how they're doing it, and ask yourself, is using a separate camera something you might want to do too? And here's the good news. You don't have to spend a fortune. Gen Z are buying used point-and-shoot digital cameras to take photos in the moment, to stay in the moment. Let me run you through some great options for a second-hand camera from a thrift store or e-commerce site that will give you memorable results without breaking the bank. And I'll tell you which pocket point-and-shoot camera I use too. In fact, you might not even need to buy one. Digital cameras were so common, you might have a parent or friend you can just borrow one from. Ask around. When we're so used to our phones, using a separate camera can feel like a new, exciting experience. And it can also separate you from the pressure of finding the perfect shot or angle to shoot and share on social media. I'm not talking about film cameras here. I'm still talking about digital photos that you could load up on social media later if you wanted to, or add to your camera roll or digital photo albums. This is more about staying in the moment and enjoying a sense of delayed gratification. Not as intolerable perhaps as a film camera, but you're still waiting for a little longer, meaning that you're not only building a little tolerance to needing that immediate hit of digital likes and feedback when you share a photo, but also a little anticipation for the result too. Here's another reason why I think there's a move towards separate old school digital cameras again. I think we've become numb to the novelty of things. Everything is on our phone now, and you can choose between an Apple or Android, but the cameras are pretty much alike unless you look pretty carefully. With digital cameras, they all have a different aesthetic, and they can be unique to a particular camera line or model. The beauty is that you can experiment, and pretty cheaply too. Compared to today's smartphones, older digital cameras have fewer megapixels which capture less detail and built-in lenses with higher apertures, which lets in less light, both of which contribute to lower quality photos. But in a feed of more or less standard smartphone photos, the quirky nature of photos taken with digital cameras are now considered features, not bugs, and reasons to keep rather than delete. So here's what people are using as separate cameras that you might get pretty easy access to, either through borrowing from family or friends or buying cheaply on eBay or something similar. The Sony Cybershot DSC-W220 seems pretty popular, but pretty much anything in the Sony Cybershot line will be interesting to play with. Also, check out the Nikon Coolpix or Canon PowerShot line of cameras, or the Kodak EasyShare family too. And if you want a flippy screen to take selfie shots more easily, you could see if you can get hold of the Samsung MV900F, which works nicely if that's the sort of feature you want to use. I use a Fujifilm X-Q1. It's tiny and I love the sensor and the processor of the Fujifilm system. It just has a look I love and produces really nice JPEG photos straight out of the camera. It can shoot fully automatic, has special modes, can shoot raw photos, as well as being capable of HD videos too. And I love this little pop-out flash when you need it. I've even managed to take photos that have been accepted on passport applications with it. It's a little gem of a camera that I picked up secondhand at a bargain price too. Are you using a separate camera, or are you tempted to do so? I can highly recommend the experience, and it's a great way to detach from your phone a little more and feel off the grid instead of constantly connected. Try watching this video of mine too, and see you back here again soon. Thanks for watching.